Hello dear student of class 9. Welcomes to DAV Moyle Public School online e-learning session. I am your social science teacher Mr. Manish sir. Dear student, today we are going to learn topic factors responsible for flora and fauna and ecosystem. This is the topic from natural vegetations and wildlife from geography. Dear student, in our country, India is one of the 12 mega biodiversity countries of the world. Here in India, 47,000 plant species occupies 10th place in the world and 4th in Asia. Dear student, 15,000 flowering plants, which is 6% in the world, and the total number of flowering plants. The country has many non-flowering plants such as ferns, algae and fungi. Dear student, 90,000 species of animal as well as rich variety of fish in our country. It's fresh and marine waters. The natural vegetation refers to a plant community which has grown naturally without human aid and has been left undisturbed by humans for a long time. This term as virgin vegetation means the vegetation that grow without man. It is called virgin vegetation. Dear student, this virgin vegetation which are purely India are known as endemic virgin vegetation, and some indigenous species, but those which have come from outside India are termed as exotic plants. So here, flora and fauna. The term flora is used to denote plants of a particular region or period, and similarly fauna. Fauna is the species of animals. This flora and fauna has huge diversity, and this diversity affecting some factors. So some factors affecting these diversities: relief, climate and ecosystem. So dear student, these are the main factors that affecting the diversities in flora and fauna. Land. We know land affects the natural vegetation directly and indirectly. There are not the same types of the vegetations in mountainous, plateau and plain areas or in a dry and wet regions. The nature of the land influences the type of vegetation. We know the fertile level is generally devoted to the agriculture. So here, not a similarity between the vegetations. Next one is soil. Soils also vary over space. Different types of the soil provide the basis for the different types of the vegetations. See, the sandy soils of desert support the cactus and thorny bushes, while wet, marshy, deltaic soils support mangroves and deltaic vegetation. The hill slopes with some depth of soil have conical trees. There are some pictures of the various types of the soil. Types of the crops that grow in a black soil: cotton, wheat, linseed, millets, tobacco, oilseed, rice, sugarcane. These are the crops that grows in a black soil. Then the types of the crops that grown in a laterite soil: tea, coffee, rubber, coconut, areca nut. Also provide the valuable building materials, laterite soil. And then the types of the crop that grown in alluvial soil: rice, wheat, maize, sugarcane, tobacco, cotton, jute, oil seeds also. Okay, so these are the various types of the soil, and various types of the soils in our country have the various types of vegetations and productions. Okay, now let us move on The next is temperature. This is the topic, this is the factor that comes under climate. The character and extent of vegetations are mainly determined by temperature, along with humidity in air, precipitation, and soil. We know on the slope of the Himalayas and hill of the peninsula, above the height of 915 meters, the fall in the temperature affect the types of the vegetations and its growth. The changes it from the tropical and subtropical temperate. If we are going to think about the Rajasthan, here the thorny and cactus type of the vegetation in Rajasthan. And if we are going to see about the western coastal region in India, so here the greenery, tropical evergreen forest, and high trees. So there are the different types of the vegetations according to temperature in our country. Next one is photoperiod, means sunlight. The variations in durations of sunlight at different places is due to differences in latitude, altitude, season, and durations of the day. Due to a longer durations of sunlight, trees grow faster in summer. The growth of the trees needs a temperature, needs a sunlight. So, the area which has the sunlight, there is a growth of the trees in our country. And last factor is precipitation. We know in India, almost the entire rainfall is brought in by the advancing southwest monsoon in the period of June to September in our country, and retreating northeast monsoons. Areas which have a heavy rainfall have more dense of vegetation as compared to other areas of less rainfall. So, in western area there is a heavy rainfall in our country. So there is a dense vegetation. In eastern part of India, here also the heavy rainfall. Here also you see the dense vegetation in Meghalaya, Assam, some area. The area which has the less rainfall, that area has not a dense vegetation like Rajasthan, Gujarat, some rain shadow part of India. Okay, so it is all about the factors. Now let us move on the ecosystem. Dear student, we know the ecosystem is a defined area which a community lives with interaction taking place among the organism between the community and its non-living physical environment. An ecosystem is formed by the interaction between all living and non-living things. We know the all living things depend on the other living things. So the interaction and interrelation between the all living thing and non-living things are known as ecosystem. So this is the one factor. We know plants occur in distinct groups of communities in areas having similar climatic conditions. And the nature of the plants in an area to a large extent determines the animal lives in that area. So, it is the ecosystem. Human beings are also the integral part of the ecosystem. So, ecosystem also the one factors that affecting the very diversities in flora and fauna. Here the importance of the forest, dear student. There is so much importance of the forest. Forest preserve the biodiversity. Forest is natural habitats for the plants and animals. It provides tea, timber, wood, fuel, medicine, fodders. It also maintains the ecological balance. It controls the climate and rainfall. It controls or prevents the soil erosion and control the floods. And it helps to maintain the oxygen. So these are the importance of the forest. Forests are very useful for us and important for us. So, dear student, here the assignment question for you. You should write these questions and answer in your copy. So dear student, I hope you understand today's topic well. Thank you for watching today's online video and thank you for making us a part of your day. Thank you for today. Have a nice day ahead.